Greetings, viewers. Thank you very much for joining us on Team Power Talk. And today I'm with the Pro Air guy, George Billionaire Mnengwa. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much for having me.
Right, so today we're going to talk about brands, a very important and interesting subject. Maybe you can start by introducing yourself.
Okay, my name is George Billionaire Mnengwa, and I offer a service which is able to make the weather behave. So whether people are in their cars, homes, offices, cold rooms, fridges, supermarkets, hospitals, we provide air conditioning solutions to provide heating and cooling solutions for people.
Amazing. What keeps you excited about Pro Air?
One thing about me is a lot of people think doing what you love is cliche. But for me, I really found what I love to do. And I eat it, I sleep it, I talk it, I dress it. And that's one thing that a lot of people lack. I believe that in order for a business to be successful, you need to fall in love with it. And when you're in love with it and it loves you back, it will begin to give you the fruits of what it is about loving your business. So a lot of people are just doing things for money, but I do it because I love it. And we're celebrating our 80th anniversary this year. But all the consistency, because I love my brand. People now don't even know me by name. They call me by what I do. And that's the power of being enthusiastic about what you do. A lot of people may think you're crazy, always wearing Pro Air, always wearing red, blue, and white. But consistency is key in branding.
So brand enthusiasm, very key in growing your brand. And we have seen that it also helps bring that emotional connection with the market.
True.
We've had brands that struggle with their brand communication, and we have seen that Pro Air is all over the place. The dressing, the branding, the cars, and all that has actually helped turn your business around.
True.
Maybe you could care to share something about that?
I think in order for a business to remain in people's top of mind awareness, a business has to be well branded. There has to be a consistent, every company has a set of values. And at Pro Air, we always wear our uniforms, make sure that our cars are branded. We make sure everything about us, even our air conditioning units, are branded. And that is so important. People take it for granted, the small things that bring remembrance to people's minds. So to any business that's out there, be very passionate about branding every single thing that you do. Because, there are big corporates out there. If you're watching soccer, if you're watching TV, if you're watching a movie, there's that little brand placement. It's very important, but people think it's not important. But you are seeing it subconsciously, and that's what will actually cause people then to buy that phone, buy that car, buy that product, because they keep seeing it. So branding is one thing that I mastered from a very early age in business, and I encourage people out there, really focus your attention on branding and being seen and remembered.
Wow, that's amazing. Effective brand communication over time and consistency. I've seen you do Pro Air for years now.
Yeah.
No going back. And in this very difficult environment, someone may say, how can I keep going when the environment is limiting? What has kept Pro Air going in spite of the limiting environment, the challenges and setbacks over time?
With us, one thing that we've done at Pro Air, we've got an amazing team of workers which are there to provide solutions to either heat or cool people. And when you have a business that has other people at heart, and it's just not about, financial reward, the financial reward will come. A lot of people don't understand that. So for us, what has kept us above board, we make sure that we want to leave our customers with a wow effect. Whether you come with your car, whether we come in your office, you couldn't work in your office. For us, it's about providing that solution to you. And when we do that wholeheartedly to you, you automatically become our brand ambassador, because we give you such a good service that when people ask you for any recommendation, it's very easy for you to say, you know what? I know these guys at Pro Air. These are their numbers. In fact, just take the numbers on the AC unit. These guys are par excellence. So in order for you to remain, viable in business in this current state, make sure that, there's social media marketing, there's TV, there's this, but your personal relations with customers, that's the most important thing. I believe any business is only as rich as the relation it has with its customers. Wow. The money will come and go, but the relationship that you and I have when there's no money is more important than anything else.
Very important. You touched on a very interesting topic, effective brand communication and getting that emotional connection with the market. We have had brands struggle with, managing crisis situations. Maybe because over time they've actually negated the idea of communicating well, their values, what they stand for, what is it that they bring in terms of value to the market. So maybe moving on, you may also want to have a bit of understanding on marketing, advertising. Some brands think advertising is a luxury, but I know of a saying that goes, brands are big because they advertise. They don't advertise because they're big, but they're big because they advertise. Tell us about advertising.
You know, for me, I'm a marketing. I didn't go to school for marketing, but I love marketing. You know, I was telling you just now that a lot of people are saying, George, you post too much. But you know what? Guess what? That's what brings relevance. And that's what makes people remember Pro Air or remember George and what he does. You know, some people don't have the passion and gift that I have, which is where esteem communications comes in. When you're not good at something, engage somebody who can actually do it for you on your behalf. Because if esteem communication, like you do, you already do some stuff, or documentaries, some of our adverts come through you, but I just post them. Right? But a lot of people think, I can't do this, you know, it's too expensive. But they don't understand that somebody else has a gift in that. They don't sweat to create a 45-second video or a flyer or whatever it is. Where you don't have the strength, be able to see that this is not my strength, and you find somebody who can do it. But a lot of people just think, you know what, because of this, that, and the other, I can't do that. But you have to be able to, find your weakness and say, okay, marketing is not my strength. Let me engage esteem communications. Let me engage somebody else who can manage something for me and, bring that communication out to people.
Wow. The power of relations. George is a guy blessed with social capital. Pro Air. You see Pro Air there, engaging that brand, engaging that influencer. How is that work for you?
For me, I believe that I can't boast about Pro Air and people think that Pro Air is big. When you want to see how big a brand is, it's when other people are speaking about it without you being there. If somebody can, I always have a battle with my phone, my friends who have mobile devices, where I'm saying, no, my brand is better than yours. If you can imagine that two people are fighting over a brand, and yet the originators of the brand don't know, but there's somebody who's so confident in their brand that they're representing the company, that's what's important. And I think that only comes when you provide a good service to people, and people know, no, this is the best aircon I can get, or this is the best mobile device, or this is the best car that's there. That's because there's been a lot of work put into making people happy. And like I was saying earlier on, if people are happy, people will speak about you. But a lot of people don't want to, they think money. Relationships are so key. If you're going to grow your business, forget everything else. I was talking to friends earlier on, telling them that during this COVID time, a lot of businesses were closed. But that's the time to check up on your clients. How are you? How's business? Are you okay? How's family? That relationship goes far beyond just the money. I may know you, but if I check up on you, just that one call over this 6-month period, it shows that I care about you. And it's just not about, hi, it's now summer, do you need an aircon?
Wow.
You see, so there's a bigger relation than just, the money factor.
Beyond sales, very important. Some people think it's all about getting that sale and you're good to go. But you're speaking about the importance of social capital. Value the people around you, the people that support your business. In that way you have longevity. You sustain beyond your present situation. And maybe your ways to today's young entrepreneur who is struggling or cannot find their feet and they think it's impossible.
If you look at me, you know my story and I know where I came from. I never thought I would be where I am today. But one thing I always believed from a very young age is that I was exposed. I grew up in Glenora. I failed my O-levels. I never went to university. But one thing that I had is belief in myself. And I'm super confident. And when I'd go to my friend's house, they've got nice TVs, they're eating nice food. That exposure makes you uncomfortable. So somebody who's probably watching this today, don't settle in your comfort zone. You see, the worst enemy of progress is comfort. And a lot of people are comfortable, just having a JOB, which I abbreviate as just over broke. You can't do anything. You are just okay. But when you become an entrepreneur, you can do a whole lot more. You know, so wherever you're at, you know, believe in yourself, be confident, seize opportunities. You know, our Father who art in heaven, give us this day our daily bread, which means that there are opportunities presented to people every single day. But be wise to see, it's COVID time, hakuna each. You try. I didn't start air conditioning when I was young. I went through various sectors, learning for 6 years until I decided to jump ship, and then 8 years into my own business. So wherever you're at, do not despise the day of small beginnings. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step.
Wow.
And it's better to fail because you learn. But the worst thing you can ever do is not to try at all, because you'll remain the same person. It's called insanity, doing the same thing and expecting different results. So it's better you try, and you're better off than you not having tried at all.
Wow. So we don't fail, we learn.
We always learn.
Yeah, and there's this very important thing. This very important thing. You know, people think it's difficult starting, but I've seen that in almost every community we have people that are engaging in some form of business. Maybe they are selling tomatoes, they are selling mazai, and you know of a photographer that you grew up, you know, seeing in the streets. Photos on a bicycle.
Yeah.
20 years on, they're still doing the same thing. Models. Tell us models in terms of business. How do we differ from the everyday entrepreneur selling tomatoes, and 20 years on they're still doing the same thing? There's no growth, there's no value addition.
For me, I think the greatest word I can say is exposure. You know, when you're exposed, the most dangerous person on this planet is somebody who's been exposed. You know, in the Bible, Moses was exposed into the palace, right? So he saw these people eating good food. Then he decided, God chose him to bring the people out of Egypt to go to the promised land. So somebody who is exposed, ambona upenyu wakanaka, pano zudzoka kanika chitoti no. There's a better life out there. You know, if they can do it, I can do it. So to a lot of people, I think those people who do the same thing over and over again have an exposure. So when you go, you know, my mentor, Pastor Victor Kambasha, always says, go to Miko's hotel, go into Mercedes and ask how much that car is. Don't go to the same places. Go to different places that provoke you. Not to know this is going to be me. And I've done that so many times. And you know, the car I'm driving, the things I do, the clothes I wear, some of the things that I wanted when I was young, now I'm able to. So je say it's part of mindset. Yeah. You see, but bridge, and I'm like, these guys, I wish, but it's because they're not exposed and they don't believe in themselves and they're not confident. So if you're ever going to be successful, believe in yourself, your mind, and you have to be exposed. Hang around, you know the saying, association determines your destination. If you hang around with people who are successful, in the Bible it tells you, you know, bad company corrupts good morals. If you're around good people, you also be good. If you're around successful people, if you hang around chickens, you too will forget that you're an ego.
A chicken hanging around, an ego hanging around chicken.
Imagine,
forget how to fly.
You forget I don't fly above the clouds because you are hanging around these people. You can see so much. So, you know, association to me is key. Believe in yourself and, you know, have the right mindset.
Wow.
And I can guarantee you, you know, wherever you're at.
It's from the Pro A boss, George Billionaire Munengwa, the power of imagination, believe in your brand, you know, enterprise. It was encouraging. Maybe you can share some last words as we wind up. You
know, for me, I always say that I always knew that Pro A was going to be successful. And if you're an entrepreneur out there, you know, family will tell you it's not going to work. Your close friends, and you're like, but I do this, you know. So don't expect people around you to support you. You have to be your greatest motivator. You have to believe in yourself. You know, in my mind, I am the best. In my mind, if you know, when I started, I always say this, my father supported me so much growing up, but when I got open into entrepreneurship because I had twins, but I had to believe in myself. It's my life. My father's lived his life. There wasn't entrepreneurship in that day because we were colonized then. But I decided to do something different. I wasn't educated for it, but I had self-belief and self-confidence. So as you start your journey of entrepreneurship, yes, it's going to be tough. Yes, it may take 5 years. It's not going to be a microwave solution to becoming rich. You have to put in the hard work, you have to market, you have to engage people who assist you to make your brand good. But the most important thing, Pauri, believe in yourself. Speak forth what you want to see. I always used to say that Pro A is the top air conditioning company before we actually got any accolade or award. But if you look at us today, there's power in what you verbalize.
Yeah.
The word of God says, "Hakuna shoko raunotaura risingazadzikise zvazvichaita." No word shall come out of your mouth without accomplishing what you sent it forth. So you have to understand you're the first prophet in your life, in your business, in your family. Speak what you want to see, and you'll be amazed at what will happen. 8 years, we've received I don't know how many awards. We've reached so many places. We've gotten clients from, but I never ever thought we would be where we are.
Wow.
But I spoke it out, and it's amazing how the universe brings forth all these things, and we are where we are today.
What a testimony, what life lessons from George Billionaire Mnengwa. Thank you very much for watching. This was his Team Power Talk, where we bring in brands, doers, that are actually making it big out there, regardless of the limitations. Join us next time. Thank you for watching.